Hello and welcome to the Technology and Innovation class. My name is Andreas Karavanis, and today I'm going to give you the first lecture of a series of lectures about technology and innovation. So this first lesson is about an introduction to digital environment. We start with the 2018 digital yearbook. It was, we can say that it was something like a summary of what's going on a global scale in terms of the digitalization of our planet. And now we're going to see some statistics that came from this digital yearbook. So in January 2018, we have a digital, let's go a bit digital around the world in terms of what's happening in 2018. We have some key statistical indicators, as we have the KPIs, the key performance indicators. Here we have the key statistical indicators, which are indicators of the most important elements in terms of the digitalization of the world. And here we're going to see which are they and why. So we have indicators for the world's internet, mobile, and social media users. We have a total population of the world on January 2018 of 7.593 billion people, with an urbanization of 55%, while we have the internet users that are 4.021 billion. We see that it's more than half, 53% of the people that living on this planet were using internet during 2018. We have active social media users, which is a bit more than 3 billion people. So 4 out of 10, we can say something like that, were active social media users on January 2018. Unique mobile users were even more, were 5.1 billion people, the 68% of the total population of the planet, which were using their mobile phones. And from them, 2.958, almost 3 billion people were active mobile social media users. Okay, we can see that the majority of the people were online, and many of them were using their mobile phones. Okay, so we can see that there was in 2018 specific trends in terms of the digitalization of our planet, which was something we're going to see in the following slides. So let's go on. We can see here, for example, the growth between 2017 and 2018. Okay, we see that from 2017 to 2018, we had a growth of 7% in terms of the internet users globally, which is translated into 248 million people more were using the internet in 2018 than in 2017. The active social media users had an increase of 13%, which is translated into 362 million people. The numbers are amazing. The growth is amazing. We have unique mobile users plus 4%, an increase of 4%, which is although it seems a bit lower than, for example, the active social media users increase. If we translate it in raw numbers, we can see that it is more than 200 million people were start using their mobile phones, okay, which is a huge number. It's about the population of the United States, or 2 times Japan. Active mobile social users had an amazing increase of 14%. 360 million users were using more than in 2017 their mobile phones in order to become active mobile social users. Okay, we can see that we had an increase in all aspects, and people are turning into a digitalized form of communication and socialization. Here we have 2 rankings in terms of the world's most visited websites. The first one has as a source a SimilarWeb, which is it's a page that we can use. You can visit on the internet. You can get insights in terms of the digital marketing that specific companies use online. So you can see how many people are using them, are visiting their pages, which is their bounce rate, or other key performance indicators that they use in terms of that we can use in terms of digital marketing in order to see how well our company goes online. Also, you can see from where their visitors come, for example, via social media or via Google searching, and etc. So in the left column, we have the similar web ranking, which is the ranking which gives us as Google the #1 in terms of most people visited. The number 2 is Facebook, number 3 is YouTube, number 4 is Baidu, the Chinese version of Google, as we know, Xvideos, etc. In the right column, we have the same ranking, but our source here is Alexa. Okay, we have again Google as the #1, but now we see that we have YouTube number 2, we have Facebook, Baidu, etc. Okay, it's a bit different here, the ranking. The thing is that although Google is the #1 wherever you look, and of course it is, I think it is understandable why Google is #1. Everybody uses Google in order to search something. In fact, we do not use the term we search something on the internet. We say we are going to Google it. Okay, so you can understand why Google is #1. The thing is that number 2 and number 3 are Facebook and YouTube. Okay, which means that social media platforms like Facebook are extremely popular, and of course, social media platforms like YouTube, which involves video, okay, which it is powerful, extremely powerful nowadays, are very popular as well. And this is a huge trend. Okay, now we have here a similar table, which involves the languages that are most common used on the internet. And we can see here that the #1, of course, language is English, with 51% of the websites using it. Okay, the second language is Russian, German, Japanese, Spanish, French, etc., which we can see that are much lower in terms of use from the websites. It's all over the internet. Okay, all the other languages you see. The last ones here are Greek, Swedish, and Hungarian, etc. Okay, English is the king. English is the language that the majority of sites are used. Of course, the reasons are obvious. We have a global market, and we need to communicate our products with people from all over the world. So in order to reach them, to disseminate our message and to reach them, communicate with them, create bond with them, we need to use the common language, which is English. Okay. Now we have the analysis of the We Are Social, and it's analysis which is focused on the future of digitalization. Accelerating internet adoption in the developing world has critical implications for the future of the net. Internet giants like Google, Facebook, and Alibaba will strive to create globally scalable products that address the needs of the next billion as well as those of existing users. So we can expect to see every aspect of our digital experiences evolve in the coming months. What we can understand from this paragraph is that all these big companies, these big platforms like Google, Facebook, and Alibaba, understood that they need to find people where they are. And people, as we saw from the previous statistics, are online. Okay, if they are online via their laptops, via their tablets, via their mobile phones, the thing is that they are online. So they understood that they need to reach them online. They are online businesses anyway. And since more and more people coming online, they need to increase their business and to reach all the aspect of digital experience that these people need to have in order to become their loyal customers. So they need to increase their online business. And in order to do that, they need to use specific tools, specific ways in order to reach all these people that are, this billion of people that are coming online and maybe want to use their services or buy their products. Okay, so what we see in this involvement of the digitalization all over the world is that specific tools like image, like video, like voice, and some other things that has to do with the URLs that we're going to discuss briefly here are key elements that we need to use in order to evolve our online business. We see a rise in video. Okay, rise of video. Audio-visual content is more accessible to people with lower levels of literacy or fluency in foreign languages. So one thing that we need to keep in mind is that companies communicate their messages usually via text. This is something that started to change the last years and is changing rapidly nowadays. Okay, the power of video is huge. people can communicate via video ideas and products without the need of texting or without, which means that people with lower levels of literacy or with no knowledge of English can also access the products or understand the message that they're going to pass to them. So video is powerful. Okay, this is the number one that we're going to keep in mind. The next powerful thing, the powerful tool that this company is using in order to evolve their business is voice input. Okay, we all know the Siri, for example, which is a software we use in order to communicate with our computer. Voice control will soon replace keyboards and typing, especially for search and social media interactions. So we can see that this is another effort for us to minimize the use of text. We can communicate with our computer via voice. And see, this is extremely important, guys, because, you know, we have people who have disabilities that cannot, are not very good at typing, or we can understand that sometimes voice can be extremely important, especially in situations where, for example, we cannot we are in danger, for example, and we cannot raise your computer. You can communicate with it via voice, for example, and do your work. Also, people who have lower levels of literacy can use their voice and communicate with the computer, and in that way they can do their work, their daily tasks, etc. Another very powerful tool that these companies can use is image search. Okay, we know that Chinese say that one image equals to 1,000 words, and image is very powerful as well as video and as voice. As the web moves to a more visual or video medium, image search will become an essential tool. Okay, the same wavelength, we can use images in terms of searching, and this is something that can be used from more people with lower levels of literacy again and or disabilities, etc. We also have the visual addressing. URLs will evolve to cater to lower levels of literacy, as well as the shift to voice control instead of typing. The same thing here. This is the pattern. We can use all this kind of tools in order to evolve our digital business in the years to come. The thing is that all these things are extremely important because they are powerful. They are more powerful than text, and they can. The core idea is that they can be used by people who have lower level of literacy, which means that we can reach people from all over the globe, even from countries which are less developed and people do not have this high level of literacy, for example. Or we can use people. We can reach people with disabilities, and this is something that has a social dimension of our business. And it has to do with our corporate social responsibility. We can use all this kind of stuff in order to give value to our customers who cannot get this value from other companies, and this can become our competitive advantage and can also make a difference for our business. We have here more information from the We Are Social analysis. With more than 4 billion people using the internet for an average of 6 hours each per day, digital has become an essential part of everyday life for most of us, which is true. Okay, everybody is online, especially during this COVID-19 era with the lockdowns, etc. Everybody, literally everybody, was online. Okay, we are using data connectivity in almost every aspect of our lives, whether it's chatting with friends, playing games, researching products, tracking our health, or even finding love. As a result, brands need to evolve beyond today's siloed approach to digital and build seamless digital integration into everything that they do, just as our audiences already have. Here are some tips to help us with that. Okay, so we have here 2 critical points. The first one is that more and more people coming online. Everybody, almost everybody is using the internet in terms of their socialization, communication, buying things and stuff, all this kind of stuff. A lot of people, especially nowadays, are working remotely. This is what we're doing right now, where I'm teaching this lecture. I'm giving you this lecture online. I'm 1,000 miles away from you, and this is amazing. This is something that Industry 4 brought to us with new technology. The thing is that people communicate online in different ways and for different things, and this is something that, as we saw, increases day by day. We also discussed briefly that brands need to evolve. and increase their digital presence and reach people by using specific tools that we saw, which gets to do with audio, visual URLs that are friendly to people with lower levels of literacy, and images, etc. The thing is that we need, companies need to reach people that are online. Okay, so what are the things that need to do in order to be able to reach them? Okay, the first one is start with what people really need and want, and not just what the technology can do. So you have two approaches in business. The first one is that, okay, you create a product and you want to sell it to people, and then you need to create a need for your product to them. Okay, and so, for example, as you, if I don't know if you you saw the Wolf of Wall Street, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay, you saw there that he had a pencil and he told the guy, sell me the pencil. So he said, write me something. I don't have a pencil. Okay, buy my pencil. He created a need for the guy that he had in front of him, and so the guy wanted to buy the pencil. This is one approach. The other approach is that we need to ask your customer what you really want. What is this thing that will make you fulfilled? Okay, which is your needs that you cannot fulfill them with the things, the products, or the services that other companies giving to you. I'm here for you. I am your man. Okay, I am your company. I'm going to provide you whatever you want. And in that way, I'm going to add value to them. So what we can see here, start with what people really need and want. I'm 100% into it. I believe that all companies need to have a customer-centric approach and need to create value for their customers, need to give to their customers what they really want. And this is going, on the short and on the long run, we're going to create value for the company and for the customers, and will create a competitive advantage for the company and will make a difference for it. Okay. So the second thing is focusing on creating mutual value at every opportunity instead of simply selling more stuff. The same thing here. Okay. It's about mutual value. Okay. You're going to give something which is going to fulfill your customers' needs. Your customers' wants are going to be fulfilled. People are going to feel happy with what they buy from you. They're going to be your brand ambassadors, spread the word for you. And in that way, you are going to create loyal customers. Okay. Nowadays, the word of mouth is extremely, extremely strong. Why? Because imagine, just 20 years before, if you had a very positive experience with a company when you were going into a shop to buy stuff, okay, then you had I don't know, 5, 10, 20 friends. Okay, you go to a bar, you have a party. Okay, you discuss, oh, hey, guys, I had this amazing experience when I was trying to buy this trouser. Okay, was this company is amazing, and you spread the word. These 20 guys could have spread the word to another 20 guys, and 20 times 20, 400 guys were going to learn, etc. Okay. On the long run, maybe this number is going to be something like, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, 5,000, you name it. 20,000, you name it. Okay. But what happens today? Even one guy that was going to follow to visit your online shop and going to have a very positive experience. Okay. This one guy might have 100,000 followers on the Facebook or on Instagram or on LinkedIn. Okay, I don't know. And this guy might, I say might, okay, will post something positive about his or her experience when visiting your company, okay, your store. Automatically in the feed of 100,000 people will appear a post about your company. This is amazing. This is the essence of digital marketing, communication and creating more customers on social media, for example. Okay, and this is the power of the word of mouth nowadays. Okay, nobody, nobody need to underestimate it in terms of customers, because everybody might be someone who has 100,000 followers or even 1 million followers. Okay, you don't know that. So if you're going to create a good experience for your customers, this is going to give a very good word of mouth for your company or your products or your services, and your customers are going to become your brand ambassadors, okay, which is amazing and extremely important for your business, your customer retention, to attract more customers and become more competitive, to increase your brand name, okay, your brand visibility online, which is amazing. Make it easy for people to buy online as soon as they are ready, whenever they are. So since people are online, they are not always on the same part of the sales funnel. Okay, maybe they are in the beginning of the sales funnel. Maybe they are considering buying something. Okay, so you need to be able to provide to them what they want, the time they want. Timing is extremely essential in business. We're going to discuss about that in a few slides, but you need to know, you need to have in the back of your heads that time is extremely important, not only for sales, because of course, sales means profits, increased sales means increased profits, and this is what makes business grow. But generally in business, timing is extremely important. The thing is that you need to be there for your customers whenever they want and whenever they need something from you. Okay, so we need to be agile and we need to be ready. Harness digital tools to keep the conversation going even after you make a successful sale. Okay, this is not only about sale. You need to create a very good bond with your customers, because you need loyal customers who are going to buy again and again for you. What you need to have in mind is that people that are loyal to your company tend on the long run to buy more easily from you. Why is that? Because they trust you. Okay, it's all about creating a bond with your company. It's all about creating a trust connection with your company, because they know that you are there for them. You have the after sales experience, you give to them the after sales experience, which is very extremely important as well. And what you try to do is to create a bond with your customers, which is going to last long. Okay. So we can see here an example of what things were in 2005 and how they are, for example, in 2013. Which is the difference? I'm sure you understand the difference. Here we have people socializing, discussing with each other, making new acquaintances, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. They are interacting with each other in the real world. But here they are together, they are one near the other, but they are alone. Why? Because they are online. I'm not saying that this is good or bad, etc. This is another discussion. The thing is that for our business, we need to understand that people are online, guys. And this is extremely important, okay? This is how we need to understand the markets. We need to understand where people is, what people want, which is the trend. We need to have our radars open 24/7 in order to understand what's going on around us. Okay, we need to do things like pestle analysis, support analysis, competitor analysis, all this kind of analysis in order to understand what's going on with the market. This is how we're going to understand what's going on, and in that way, we're going to be ready to adapt with what's going on. We are going to be ready to find out which are the trends that we need to follow and to adapt to in order to stay competitive and sustain our business. Here we have a couple of definitions in terms of what is entrepreneurship and what is innovation, which are crucial for our lecture. Entrepreneurship is a shift of economic resources out of an area of lower to higher productivity of greater yield. Okay, as GB say, quoted in 1800. This is a lot of years ago, guys. Okay, things might have changed. Okay, you might find many different definitions out there. I think today we're going to discuss a couple of more definitions about entrepreneurship. But this is a very interesting one. Okay, this is a food for thinking. Shift of economic resources out of an area of lower to higher productivity of greater yield. So the key words are higher productivity and greater yield. Okay, higher productivity, greater yield. Higher productivity can mean greater yield, and as long as you're going to do the right moves. Okay, and innovation. Creating value out of existing resources. A specific tool for entrepreneurship, they go hand by hand. So creating value out of existing resources. So you have your resources and you want to create value. Okay, this is one way of creating value of existing resources. And it is called innovation. Of course, you can create value out of existing resources with other ways too. But the thing is that you need to create a new value. Okay, not a value. You are not innovative if you create the same things. Okay, you are innovative if you create something new, something even that will going to disrupt the market. Okay, as Christensen said, we need to create something. For example, if you're entering the business, okay, let's say that we're entering the business, and you're entering a specific market. You have your competitors who are there working in this market. For example, for the last 20, 30 years. We are not able to compete with these guys. They are powerful. All the market knows them. They have their branches. They have the distribution channels, everything. They have everything operational. Okay, you cannot compete with these guys. What should you do? Okay, you need to be disruptive. Okay, we need to give your customers something new that they don't take from them. You know, you see, businesses have the low-end customers, people that do not buy things which are, for example, expensive, or they cannot have a high bargain power. And they have the higher levels of customers who are the ones who can buy more expensive products or services, and they have a bigger buying power. Okay, you cannot reach these guys. Mainly, the incumbents of the market focusing on these guys, the higher ends. Okay, they tend to neglect the lower ends customers. And this is your target. You are entering the market, you focus to them, to the lower ends, you give to them something which is similar with what the higher end customers have in terms of quality and in terms of quality, basically, but with lower prices. So you gain these customers and you start climbing the ladder, starting getting more and more customers. And when you are powerful enough and you start reaching the high-end customers, then the big companies, the incumbents, start to understand that they have a new rival. But this is when it is late. This is what disruptive innovation is in simple words, okay? So it's about creating new value out of existing resources. This is what innovation is. Now we see here that innovation is about disruption, it's about creativeness, it's about new things and implement new ideas and processes. Okay, it's all about things. We have the open innovation paradigm, which is something that assumes that firms need to focus on external and internal ideas, on external and to follow external and internal paths in terms, for example, technology, in order to reach the markets and to advance their technology and to become more competitive. So the open innovation paradigm means that you need to get what you can get in order to become more innovative and more competitive from wherever you can. You can find it inside your company, outside your company, and you can find it everywhere. Okay. Now, new value from existing. What we are going to discuss here? We have the entrepreneurship. We see here from Schumpeter, we have another definition of what is entrepreneurship: destroying the old order and creating something new. Okay, this is the essence of entrepreneurship, to create something new. And which is your main tool in order to create this thing? It's innovation, among other tools, okay, again. But we focus here on innovation. Innovation is a very, very powerful tool that you can use in order to destroy the old and create something new. And then this is what will help you to become a successful entrepreneur. Innovation is innovate to make new, creating value from existing things, processes, not just new things, they have to be new value. As we discussed already, innovation has to create new value from the existing resources. Okay, not the same old. Now we have different types of innovation. We have the technical, the social, the economic, and we say that most innovations are social and economic. They have the most impact. Why is that? Here we have the examples. We see the social innovations. Okay, we see things that we think they were there all the time, but they weren't. Okay, textbooks, hospitals, management organizations, universities, night or adult schools. Okay, all these things are social innovations. They were not there for us all the time. Okay, there were times when we did not have universities or organizations. Okay, Middle Ages. Okay, it was 500 years ago. Okay, I understand that, but we did not always have this kind of facilities, this kind of organizations, and this kind of tools like management, the management science in order to run our business, etc. Technological innovations. Okay, we have speed trains, we have laptops, we have mobile phones, we have cargo ships, all this kind of stuff. Okay. Now, you see, as we said here, that most innovations are social and economic, and they have the most impact. We see why social and technological innovations have huge impact in our business, in our societies, because they help people to have a better life, they have a better way of doing their business and communicating with each other. Characteristics of innovation. Hard work, you need to be systematic, you need to work hard, okay? Hard work also is a characteristic of entrepreneurship and in general in business. You need to work hard in order to achieve your goals. As I used to say that if you are the most talented man in the world, if you are extremely rich, I don't know, you have so many questions. If you are not going to work hard, people that are going to work hard, even if they are not going to surpass you, they are going to be competitive enough to make your life difficult. Okay, which means that hard work is the cornerstone upon which you need to put your talents, you need to put your resources in order to excel. So now, we have the characteristics of innovation, which are hard work. You need to be systematic. You need to focus on opportunities, not problems. You need to be focused, okay? You need to have a customer-centric approach, and its effect is felt in the economy and society, as we said already. Practices of innovative companies. Innovative companies are companies which have specific characteristics. Which are that? Responsibility for innovation, rewarding innovators, giving off divisionalization, changing corporate rules to nurture innovation. So, in few words, is that companies need to create this company culture, which is going to provide to the employees the ability to be innovative, for example. Because innovation has to do with ideas. And if people is feeling free to express their ideas, then you're going to have an innovative culture, for example. Okay. Also, what is important is that you need to restructure your company in a way that is going to be more innovative friendly. Okay, so you don't need this kind of bureaucratic organization. You need something simpler. Okay, it's something that can work on a daily basis and can leave a space for people that work inside your company to be more innovative. Now we have different examples. We can see, for example, here the Johnson & Johnson, which is an innovative company, and it's a pharmaceutical company. I think it has a vaccine now for COVID too. I think, yes. It's a company which offers to the society a lot via its products, and this is part of the social innovation that we discussed. Skunk Works at Lockheed. Lockheed is a company which creates weapons, and of course it brings, it's a social innovation as well, because it can, and technological as well, because it also provides a way of for the countries to feel more secure in terms of they have the armamentarium in order to withstand, for example, an attack or something. So this is something that provides a good to the society. You can see that in that way. Here we have also a business model in terms of how does a company earn. Okay, we can see different things here. One is the profit formula. We can see the key processes and we can see the key resources. The thing is that we need to combine our profit formula with the key processes and our key resources in order all these things to add value to our customers. How this value is going to be added to our customers? The first thing is that we need to ask our customers what they really want, what is that they really need, and then to give to them our value proposition. Our proposition for their value, how to add value to them. Are going to propose to them, do you want us to add value to you by giving you what you really need, what you really want, but you cannot find it somewhere else? We're here for you, we're here to give it to you, okay? And this is our value proposition. And how this value proposition is going to become viable by targeting our customers. This is essential because we need to focus on a specific target segment, market segment. We need to target our customers. We create what we call customer persona. So we have the characteristics of our customers. We need, for example, customers which are of the middle range in terms of their buying power. They are between 20 and 25 years old. I don't know, they are university level, something like that. Okay, so we have their males or females, so you name it. It depends on the product and depends on what we're setting in terms of our business plan. Okay, so we need to target specific customers. We have a firm offering, and we need to differentiate our product from what our competitors do. So one thing that we need to do is to understand what are our customers' needs. We need to have a customer-centric approach in our business. And of course, we need to understand what's going on in the market. Okay, what are the trends in the market, and of course, how they deal with all these things that are happening in the market, our competitors. What do we mean by that? We need to understand which are the pros and the cons of our competitors in order to differentiate our products from them and to add value to our customers. The profit formula has to do with the revenue model, the cost structure, and the margin model. The key processes are, for example, product design, manufacturing, service delivery, hiring, and marketing. And the key resources are the resources that we use: people, equipment, technology, and information. Now, what is innovation? Innovation is an invention paired with a process and the market. So we have three key words: invention, process, and market. We combine these things and we have innovation. Okay, and the innovation via the process towards the market is what entrepreneurship is all about. As we're going to see later on, entrepreneurship closes the gap. We're going to discuss about that. Now, what is entrepreneurship? Another definition of what is entrepreneurship: the pursuit of opportunity beyond the resources one currently has under control. So, entrepreneurship is not something like we're going to say about that. It's not like starting a new business. Okay, I want to sell vegetables. Okay, so I'm going to be a grocer. Okay, I'm not an entrepreneur. Okay, this doesn't make me an entrepreneur. Okay, entrepreneurship is something that you have inside you. It's about your soul. It's about the way that you're perceiving things. It's about the way that you're perceiving life. It's the way that you're perceiving business and the market and everything, people, society around you. Okay, it's about following your dream. It's about having the guts to go into it. Okay, you need to be brave enough, to be humble enough, and to be dedicated enough to do the extra mile. One very crucial thing about entrepreneurship is that you need to pursue opportunity. Okay, and opportunity has to do with time. Entrepreneurship has to do a lot with time. So if you find that there is in front of you a huge opportunity, you need to go and grab it. You don't need to think if you, let's say, I don't have the resources to do it right now. Okay, I need to wait. No, you don't need to wait, because if you're going to wait, you're going to lose the opportunity. And this opportunity might come once in a lifetime. And this is what entrepreneurship is all about. Okay, you need to grab the opportunity, the pursuit of opportunity beyond the resources one currently has under control. You're going to find the resources, even if you don't have it. Okay, you're going to do the extra mile. This is what entrepreneurship is all about. Now, the practice of innovation. What entrepreneurship isn't, as we discussed, small businesses is not entrepreneurship. Small Me Too restaurant is an activity, not an entrepreneurship. Being a grocer is not an entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? I'm not saying that being a grocer is a bad thing, okay? Don't misunderstand me, but it is not an entrepreneurship. It's an activity, it's a business that you have, okay? It is an amazing business. If you love it, it's an amazing. Whatever you love, it's an amazing. And of course, you offer to the society because you make people having healthy food in their tables, okay? It's amazing. But it's not an entrepreneurship. What is an entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is not a personality trait. Entrepreneur systematically searches for change, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. If you ask me, it's a state of mind. Okay. Systematic innovation is the purposeful and organized search for changes and the systematic analysis of opportunities that changes might offer for economic or social innovation. We have here the examples of McDonald's, for example. Innovation and differentiation, standardize the product, design process and tools, create standards and training. These things are made via innovation, and they created differentiation for McDonald's in order to excel in its market. Post-World War II private and metropolitan universities, for example, Pace, Golden Gate, etc., designed for people in mid-career, shifted status of college degree from upper class to middle class. Okay, so they created an innovation which was social innovation. Why? Because they shifted status of college degree from upper class to middle class. It made it affordable for middle class people. Okay, which is amazing. We said about that, entrepreneurship bridges the gap. Which is the gap between technology and opportunity and value. Okay, via entrepreneurship, technology and opportunity can bring value to the customers, value to the society. The do's and don'ts of innovation. The do's. Purposeful, systematic innovation begins with analysis of opportunities. Innovation is both conceptual and perceptual. Innovation has to be simple and focused. Effective innovation starts small. Successful innovation aims at leadership. I want to focus a bit on effective innovation starts small. Okay, some things might start small, but can become huge. We're going to see an example, okay, in the next slides, about a very well-known company. The don'ts. Don't try to be too clever. Don't diversify. Don't splinter. Don't try too many things at once. Don't try to innovate for the future. Innovate for the present. So, in simple words, you need to be humble. You need to have a higher goal, but you need to be humble. Okay? Humbleness is extremely important in what you're doing, because you need to have a balance, to create an equilibrium between humbleness and business. Okay, the challenges are so many out there in the business world. It is very easy for people to forget who they are and where they're going. And this is very important, because if you stay humble, you're going to remember your roots. Okay, we have critical examples of people who started from a garage, you know that. Okay, you know specific people, and created colossal companies. If they forgot that they started from their garage, then they might have a problem. Why? Because if you are not humble, losing the essence of life. And entrepreneurship and innovation, all these things are part of life. We need to be humble, to be humans, and to be entrepreneurs as well. Because in that way, we are going to give back to the society what the society offered to us. Hard work, dedication, focus, and humbleness. Okay. There is a theory which is called the open systems theory. And this theory dictates that businesses are open systems that communicate with the society in which they operate. And this communication is a two-way one. Okay, because the society communicates with the business and business with the society. And what's going in the society is going out as well to the business. If the society around the business is going to be devastated, the business is going to close. You cannot thrive in a society which is devastated, where people are hungry, where people are miserable. Okay, so businesses, this is why businesses need to have a corporate social responsibility, a very distinct and very high level of corporate social responsibility. They need to give back to the society. And in order to do that, we need to be able to understand what are the needs of the society. We discussed about customer-centric approach in business. Okay, this is very important. We need to understand what are our customers' needs. And one of our customers' needs is to be happy. We cannot cheat our customers. We cannot forget that we are one of them, because in that way, we are going to be able to fill them, to give to them what they want, to make them happy. And this is going to come back to us via profits and customer retention. And of course, the most important of all is going to come back to us via an internal fulfillment, because entrepreneurship is all about internal fulfillment as well. Okay. The conditions. Innovation is work. To succeed, innovators must build on their strengths. Innovation is an effect in the economy and society. Of course, these are the obvious. It's about working hard. We said that hard work is very important. You need to build on your strengths. Everybody has his or her pros and cons. You need to build on your pros, on what you are best of doing something. Okay. And of course, it's an effect on economy and society. Okay. Innovation can have effect in society and the economy. We discussed about that. We saw the social innovation, the technological innovation, and this kind of stuff. The entrepreneurial process now. Identifying the opportunity. This is the first part. Okay. You need to identify the opportunity. We said the opportunity is important. You don't need to lose the opportunity. You don't have, when opportunity will appear, you don't need to start thinking, do I have the resources? Am I ready to do that? Am I willing to do that? You need to be ready 24/7 to grasp the opportunity. Need, solution, unfair advantage. Unfair advantage means that your competitive advantage. Okay, what it's going to make you better than your competitors. Acquire the resources. Okay, in order to become an entrepreneur, you need to have specific resources. Okay, technology rights, people, money, all these kind of resources you need in order to operate your business. What is technology entrepreneurship? We can see that technology entrepreneurship is not only what, but also when. We said that timing is extremely important. You start from the technological invention, you start your company first mentally. You understand that you need to create a company. What kind of company I want to sell this and this and that? Why? Because I saw this gap in the market. What gap? This gap that will add value to our customers. Which are our customers? Market analysis. We have customer persona. Okay, we need to focus on this and this guys. Okay, in this area or globally, or I don't know. Okay, so in order to do that, we need to have our market analysis, for example. And in that way, we need to have in our mind that this is the time that I want to create my company. To be inspired by which company I want to create. Then the next step is, of course, to create a business via business innovation. You need to create your business. You create your business, but you didn't start selling it. Then you start getting into the market, and then you start running your business. You can see that we are in the competition zone when we start running a business, when we are in the zone of collaboration with internal and external stakeholders when you start to create your business. Okay. Here we have the 10 types of innovation. We have the inside out, process and offering, and the outside in, delivery and finance. Okay. So we have the process which has to do with innovation process, how a company organizes to support innovation. Core processes, proprietary processes and that add value. Core processes are the processes that are aiming at the final product and that are very essential for our business. We have the core processes and the processes which are operating on the background and are helping the core processes to succeed. In terms of offering, we have the product, service, and performance, basic features, performance, and functionality. Service system, extended system that surrounds an offering, and customer service, how you service your customer, which is extremely important. In terms of delivery, we have the channel, how you connect your offerings to your customers, okay, via which channel, okay, we discuss about, for example, online platforms, etc. Brand, how you express your offerings benefiting your customers, which is your brand message, okay, your mission and the vision of the company, and how you communicate your mission and the vision of the company to your customers. So you can create a mission and the vision statement, for example. Customer experience, again, which has to do with customer service. The trip of your customer throughout the whole process, landing on your landing page, browsing your company web page, website, and finding your product. How easy it is for your customer to buy the product. How many options do you offer them, for example, in order to buy it? For example, PayPal, check, I don't know, cash on delivery, or credit card, debit card, and all this kind of stuff. Okay, how friendly, customer friendly the whole process is for your customer, which is very, very important, because in that way you create a very good customer experience for them, and this is going to help them to come back to you. Okay. Finance, business model, how the enterprise makes money, which is very important. We need to define that from the beginning. We need to have a business plan in place in order to describe all these things about strategy, which strategy are we going to follow in terms of your commercial strategy, your, for example, digital marketing strategy. You need to have your marketing, your sales strategy, all this kind of stuff, like your budget, how you're going to generate money, from where, which sources, which is your audience, your market. So all this kind of stuff in a business plan from the beginning in order to have, to use it as the map which is going to help you to navigate through this difficult, especially the first years, this difficult period of time in order to establish your business. Value network, enterprise structure, and value chain. Okay. We have here some examples of the 10 types of innovation, more beyond products to win. Business model of Dell, how the enterprise makes money, which is in the finance and business model in the finance part. Networking, enterprise structure, value chain of Walmart. Walmart is about networking, for example, enabling processes, assembly capabilities in Siebel, core processes, proprietary processes that add value, GE Capital, aviation services, product performance in the trading 4, basic features, performance and functionality about Intel, Product system, Microsoft Office, for example, it's a system that surrounds an offering in terms of Microsoft. FedEx service, how you service your customers, as we discussed about the customer service and customer experience. Channel, how you connect your offerings to your customers. Nike Town, for example. Brand, about version, how you express your offerings, benefit your customers. And customer experience, about Lexus, how you create an overall experience for your customers. Now, how you created that value to your offerings. We have, for example, the Walmart virtual store example. Walmart continues to grow profitably through core process innovations, such as real-time inventory management systems, aggressive volume, pricing and delivery contracts with merchandise providers, and systems that give store managers the ability to identify changing buyer behaviors in and respond quickly with new pricing and merchandising configurations. So you see, it has a whole system behind what you see when you're entering the virtual store, for example, of Walmart. Okay, and it has to do with the distribution channels, with the collaboration with, for example, you can see here, the store managers. They have a very good collaboration with them because they are the ones who interact with the customers. And in that way, they can understand the trends, what's going on, etc. And in that way, they communicate that with the main company, the Walmart, and the Walmart then might need, for example, to amend or to change a bit its strategy because trends are changing, and we need to have a strategy which is consistent with what's going on in the market. Okay, if you create your strategic plan in the beginning, this is not something that, in terms of strategy, of course, okay, it's not something that cannot change. Okay, this is something that is very vivid. Things change around you, things changes in the market, and things change in the market, so you need to change accordingly your strategy plan in terms, for example, your marketing or your sales or your customer service. How you create unique offerings. Nike ID is a service provided by Nike, allowing customers to personalize and design their own Nike merchandise. They offer online services as well as physical Nike ID studios. Okay, this is something that brings customers close to the company. Why? Because customers act as innovators themselves. They create a product, okay, a new product out of something that we give to them as a basic product. And in that way, this is become very, very, very personalized for them, okay? This creates a bond with them because this Nike shoe, for example, is their shoe. Okay, maybe you can write your name on the shoe. This is John's shoe. This is Mary's shoe. This is not just a Nike, okay? This is your Nike. And this creates a huge, huge bond with your customers. This is amazing because this customer is going to be very happy and is going to be proud that is part of your company and is going to come back to your company and buy more products in the long run. How you create unique offerings? We see the P&G, okay, Connected Develop Corporate Collaborations Program. From R&D to C&D, Connected Develop, R&D, Research and Development, C&D, Connected Develop, is a P&G innovation strategy. P&G is a company, okay. The idea of partnering externally to accelerate innovation is applied across the company. So you see that the company is partnering with other companies as well in order to become more innovative. It's about collaboration. How you design your core offerings, top performance factor, the cuteness of the engine. This was the focus of a 1990 advertisement showing a pyramid of glasses on the hood of Lexus while the engine revved at full throttle. Okay, so via this advertisement, the company tried to make its customers or potential customers understand that this product is of the highest quality. Okay, it has a very, very low noise engine, for example. And this has to do with your core offering, which is an offering of quality. You add value to your customers. If you are going to travel with a Lexus, then you're going to suffer lower noise than the other cars. And this is going to give you an amazing experience. Come and buy from us. Okay. How you design your core offerings. FedEx, now here is FedEx, which is focused on a sustainable future. FedEx learned which customer actions led to failed or delayed deliveries. It translated this data into simplicity, especially in forms, packing, and online interfaces to make it as easy as possible for customers to use the service. So what we can see here again is that the company focuses on where it focuses on its customers. It focuses on where it should focus from the beginning. Okay, and what it's trying to do is trying to give to its customers a great customer experience. Okay, which is one of the core values of innovation. Okay, to give to your customers the best possible experience. In that way, you add value to your customers. Okay, and their customer journey is become the best one, and this is going to give you competitive edge. How you link or provide the platform for multiple products. Microsoft Office bundles a variety of specific products like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. into a system designed to deliver productivity in the workplace. Here we have a bundle of products that the company gives, and because you have the whole package, then you can do everything. Okay, so it adds value to you via giving you a package of products, a bundle of products which covers almost all your needs. Okay, and this is the essence. It gives you an amazing experience. It covers your needs, and their product is the number one sales, I think. Okay. How you link and or provide a platform for multiple products. The Lego blocks sold today can still click into the original plastic blocks first patented and released in 1958. The sign of a uniquely enduring product system. Okay, so by having plastic blocks first patented and released in 1958, what the company does, it gives the impression of something which is durable. Okay, it's something which is unique, it's durable, it stays strong and the same over time, and it adds value to the customers. Okay, so customers start trusting the product more because they think that it is something that has an endurance which can be found from 1958 till today. Okay, this is a huge period of time for a company. Okay, and this is very important because in that way you give the impression, not the wrong one, but the real one, that your product is something which is durable in time and continues to give value to your customers as it was doing before 60 years ago or something. How you provide value to customers and consumers beyond and around your products. Nike developed many services around their shoes. Measure calories burned and record the distance and pace of a walk or run. The product becomes the service. Okay, so here what you can see this company, which we said, for example, in the previous example, that can give you the opportunity to have, for example, your name on your shoe. Okay, so it personalizes its product as you please. So it gives you an amazing opportunity to create something which is extremely personalized, something which is yours, and it is Nike at the same time. Okay, now it gives you everything. It says, okay, I'm going to sell you shoes, but in order to run with my shoes, I'm going to give you this watch, which is going to measure how many calories you burn, how many kilometers you run. Okay, and this is the whole package, because if you have this, you have everything. Of course, the quality is amazing. It's a Nike quality, and you can have it even can give you software. Okay, you can download my app on Android, you can have it on the mobile phone or something like that. Okay, so it gives you the whole package, the whole bundle of products that will going to add value to you and will going to make you create an even stronger bond with the company. Okay. In a way, you can see it like a cross-selling. Okay, you see, this is something that they do a lot in sales. If you sell, for example, when I was working in the banking sector, they were telling us, okay, if you sell one product to your customers, you might lose him. Okay, him or her. If you sell to him or her 2 products, then you increase something like 20% the opportunity to not lose the guy. If you sell 3 products, then this increase in terms of keep this customer and make him or her your customer and not go to other banks, for example, increases like something like 60 or 70%. If you're going to sell 4 products, for example, a loan, an insurance policy, deposits or something like that, all this kind of products, then this guy is not going to leave your company anyway. Okay, so you gain the customer and you created the bond with this customer, and this customer feels that this company is your company And this is where he's going to go again and again and again and buy again and again. So you're going to increase the customer retention. And as we discussed, people, customers who have a long-lasting relationship with your company tend to buy more and more. And they are less averse in increases in prices, which is amazing if you think about it, okay? Because, you know, as years go by, prices increase. But people who buy many years from you and they are loyal to your brand, they are less price increase averse than other people that started to buying from you right now. Okay, so all these things are very important. How you provide value to customers and consumers beyond and around your products. You can see here that you might be able, for example, to help your customers to enter competition, to give them some offerings, okay, some bundles, etc., some packaged products. Okay, some maybe, if for example we have here the Ryanair, maybe you give them some free vacations or some lower prices in specific for specific destinations, etc. In that way, you add value to them, you attract more customers, and you create a stronger bond with them. Okay, how you communicate your offerings. We have here the example of Virgin. The global branded revenues of 15 billion pounds, which is the equivalent of $24 billion in 2012. The portfolio stretches across diverse array of sectors, autonomous companies enjoying the global power of the Virgin brand. So under the umbrella of Virgin brand, many companies are operating, and all these companies that are operating are your brand ambassadors, and they're communicating their offerings. Why? Because they are on the same wavelength with your company, they are under your company's umbrella, or you can say that they are in the same ecosystem with your company, okay? Because they are helping you communicate your message and your offering, so increase your profits, but on the same time, they can increase their profits as well. Why? Because they are under your brand name, under your umbrella, okay? So it's a kind of collaboration. How your customers feel when they interact with your company and its offerings. We have here the example of Harley Davidson. He has created a worldwide community of millions of customers, many of whom would describe being a Harley Davidson owner as part of how they fundamentally see, think, and feel about themselves. Okay, you see here that this company, the Harley Davidson, created a pool of customers who feel proud to say that they're Harley Davidson motorcycle owners. So if they use your company's, the Harley Davidson products, then they are proud of being part of this thing, okay? So you create personal value with them, something that they cannot find elsewhere. They are not Mitsubishi or I don't know, Yamaha customers. They are something unique, something that identifies them, gives them an identity. They are Harley Davidson customers, Harley Davidson owners. And the brand name, the Harley Davidson, is very, very strong, okay, for these people. How you make money now? We have the example of Dell, you know, the well-known computer company. Dell revolutionized the personal computer business model by collecting money before the consumer PCs was even assembled and shipped, resulting in net positive working capital of 7 to 8 days. Okay. Of course, this is just an approach, business model that Dell implemented. In Dell, it worked okay. I don't see why not. And of course, it is something that disrupted the market because the company had the opportunity to collect money before the consumer PC was even assembled and shipped. Okay, so for example, you might go to the Dell page and say, I want this processor, I want this graphic card, I want this and this and that and all this kind of stuff, this memory, this RAM, this ROM, all this kind of stuff. And then you buy the product, send the money to Dell, and then the Dell assembles the product and send it to you. Okay, so they get the money and then start assembling the product. It's like something, for example, I'm writing books, okay? I'm an author with different publishing houses. And one of the publishing houses I'm working with is one which uses artificial intelligence. But the thing is not artificial intelligence per se. The thing is that the business model that they use is print to order, which means that they do not have inventory. Okay, I gave them the manuscript. Okay, they have it. read in their computers, but they do not have the physical book. If you go to their site and buy the book, then you send the money and then they print the book. It's the same business model, okay? So they have no inventory, they have no expenses. Me as an author, I didn't pay to them anything. I just get the royalties, okay? If they sell my books. So what they do is they minimizes the cost for them and for me as an author, okay? And of course, they can be more competitive in terms of prices because they can reduce the cost. They can sell with lower prices and the same margin, profit margin. Okay, so it's a very successful business model. The same, almost the same here with Dell. How you join forces with other companies for mutual benefit. Millions of music makers and app developers contribute to the Apple platforms, the App Store to sell third-party applications for their iPhone, iPad, and iPod. iTunes Store users can purchase and download music videos, television shows, audiobooks, and movies. Okay, all these companies that collaborate with iPhone, iPad, and iPod. Okay, and in that way, you can create mutual benefit for all these companies that are using your services or your application, and everybody can be benefited. And of course, in that way, more people can use it. You can bring more customers. Everybody is happy, and this is a very successful business model. Smart business models: how to become the next Facebook, Google, etc. Okay. If this was a pure science and any of us knew the exact formula, we wouldn't be here. Okay. So what this means is that there is no recipe. You cannot say that I'm going to do this and this and that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to be successful. The business doesn't work like that. Okay. You need to have the background. You need to have the knowledge, and then don't mean academic knowledge only. Okay, academic knowledge is very good. This is why we're here. We're here to teach you a couple of things. But the thing is that you need also to have the experience. You need to have worked before. You need to see how things work in real life situations. Okay, and you need to be ready. You need to be able to adapt. You need to be humble. You need to work hard. You need to do all these things. You need to understand how markets work, how your competitors work, to be ready to adapt to all the changes that might happen. For example, the COVID-19 pandemic changed things a lot. Many people turned into remote working. Many companies turned into remote working. Many companies turned into digital marketing. They understood that people now are online, so they need to reach them online. They didn't have websites, so digital marketing agencies made a lot of money because many companies started going there, and they were telling them, please make ASAP a web page for me and implement a specific digital marketing strategy to bring to me more customers because my physical store is closed because we're under lockdown, for example. Okay, so you need to adapt. You need to have all the background. You need to have the knowledge. You need to be a real leader for your company if you want to be an entrepreneur. Okay, you need to have the leadership skills that needed, and you need to have the decision-making tools and the decision. You need to be able to decide quickly and on time, and of course, you need to exploit opportunities as we discussed. You need to be able to reach opportunities. There is not a recipe. You cannot say that this, what I just told you, are a recipe for success. They are the things that you need to have in order to do the steps that need to be done in order to reach success. Okay, much of that is a function also of the right product and the right time, and besides greatness, tons of luck. Okay, as everything in life, luck is something that you need a lot. As they say, we used to say you need to have a good health. Okay, good health is everything. Without good health, you can do nothing. But you need to have luck. People in the Titanic, as they say, they were in good health, but they were not lucky. Okay, so luck is extremely important in business. Okay, what you can do is that you need to have a plan B, an escape plan. Also, you need to take all these measures and to be agile enough in order to reduce the possibilities that you're going to be unlucky. Okay, and one thing that is always certain in business is that the black swan, a negative situation, is going to arise one way or another. whatever you're going to do, something bad is going to happen one way or another one day. And you need to be prepared for that. Okay. Lara and Sergey first failed with their strategy to offer a new search algorithm to Yahoo. I wonder if that Yahoo employee who turned it down is still there. One thing is that you need to be able to see the opportunity. Okay. You need to see the opportunity, not be able to grab it. Because sometimes the opportunity might pass you by and you are not able to see it because you do not have your eyes and your ears open. You cannot understand what's going on in the market. And if you are not able to understand what's going on in the market, you are not going to be able to see the opportunities passing by. Or look at the Intel founders, Robert Noyce and Gordon Moore. They left Fairchild to follow their passion. Okay. One thing that I want to add here is that huge entrepreneurs of this century said that I'm hiring people who are more clever than me, and I let them free to do what they want under the mission and vision of our company. Okay, because what's the point to hire people who are more clever than me and then keep saying to them what they need to do? Okay, so who is the clever one? The one who hires clever minds, but don't let them innovate, don't let them take responsibility and grab the opportunity, or the one who from day one start telling them, oh, you need to do this and this and that in that way. Why? Because I'm saying so, I'm the boss. You don't need to be the boss, you need to be the leader, okay, in order for your company to succeed. And you need to hire the right people for the right position to let them free. Of course, they cannot do whatever they want, okay? The company has specific resources, specific budget, strategic plan, everything. But you need to let them free to decide and to give you ideas. Your door needs to always be open to them. Okay? You need to have this kind of company culture that is going to make people free to reach you with their ideas and their innovation and to fill the company with their energy. Okay. Don't be bossy, be a leader. Don't micromanage people, okay? We have Hindle here, which is an example of how things, we said about that a couple of words, how things start from something small and expand to something huge, okay? In the beginning, Intel has as its target with the typewriters, one page, the paragraph, 9 sentences, 165 words, 3 errors, okay. Nowadays, how many errors? 0. 0 errors, okay. Why? Because we have specific software that eliminates errors. That's simple, okay. But we need to start from something. Once Intel started that in 1968, 3 errors in this page was huge. But if you compare it with now, it was something small. You start from something small, you disrupt the market, you innovate, and then this small expands by time, okay? Because adds value to people, and people can understand that. They know when something adds value to them. They see it in their lives, they see it in their business. So they come back to you, and they want more from you. You ask them, what do you want? I gave to you this one. You ask your customers, do you want me to add something more to my product or my services? Do you want to give you something more to make you more happy? How you can do that? By researching. Go to your stores. Ask your customers, are you satisfied? I know there are many ways to reach customer satisfaction and to ask customers. Do your survey. Do your online survey. Do your create a form on the internet, or send them an email after they purchase, or ask them something on the brick and mortar store from your customers, from your employees, when they buy something at the register office, or when they're entering the shop, or what do you want? Do you like our new, I don't know, how we painted our shop? From the very detail, from every detail, everything is important, because all the things that the people, the customers, the potential customers see when they're entering your shop, even if it's brick and mortar or your website, it's important because it creates the customer experience for them. And as we discussed, customer experience is very important. These people are going to come back to you again and again. They're going to be your brand ambassadors because they're going to spread the word, because they had a very good customer experience with your company. Okay. Collaborative innovation. Here we have a fun exercise. Of course, it's not something that is going to be graded. It's an exercise that you can do it by your own self in order to see if you understand everything correctly with what we discussed today. If you have any questions, for example, you can ask me later on. You can send me an email or something. You are a consultant to a network of United International Business Schools. The network is doing well, growing year after year, but management wants to raise academic standards. You are asked to come up with at least 5 major improvements, focusing on academic level, course variety, teacher profiles, but also student welfare, classroom infrastructure, school locations, etc. Be creative but realistic and focus on real, known experiences at other business schools. Okay. Creative and realistic, the key words here, be both of them, and you're going to understand what's going on with this fun exercise. Okay. Conclusion, smart business models. Follow your passion. If you are not going to follow your passion, please don't do nothing. It's about, we need to be passionate. Okay. Focused, hard work, passionate, realistic, as in the exercise is very important. Okay. Knowing the market, understand the market, knowing your customers, be customer centric, be innovative, create a company model, a company structure that nurtures innovation, create a company culture, for example, a flat hierarchy one, which let people knock your door with their ideas, feel free to open their minds and innovate openly and give you ideas, reach you. Don't be bossy, okay? Be a leader. So being passionate about your new business will help you survive. Create your new venture as global born. Focusing initially on the local market is fine, but don't lose sight of the global opportunity. Reach the opportunities, as we discussed. And nowadays, opportunities can be everywhere. Since your business are going, if you're online, for example, can go global. So you might have more and more opportunities because, for example, you might consider to reach another country which you examined, you did your research and found out that has a better legislation for you, which is more friendly to you, or people there have needs which are different than the needs that people have in your home country, etc. All this kind of stuff. Maybe the delivery in this country is easier than you thought. And maybe competition is not that fierce as in your country. So maybe it's time for you to change market. Okay. Know and understand your customers. Know and understand your market. Focus on year one. Get that right. Year one is crucial for all businesses. You need to know that, guys. It's very important. You need to start from something. You start from scratch. Start from year one. You need to put the right foundations upon which the whole building of your enterprise, of your company is going to be built. Okay. Have several exit strategies already when you start. You need to have a plan B, a plan C, etc. Okay, you need to be ready and agile because, as we discussed, black swans will arise, will come to you one way or another, especially if you are in business many years. Okay, and you need to be prepared for that. You don't know when, you don't know how, but you need to be prepared to face them. Okay. Here there's an individual assignment. I don't know. It's an essay of at least 1,500 words. Select an appropriate company that has innovated, explain what way they have innovated, product, service, business model, etc. What innovative characteristics did they have? We discussed about that. What are the impact of the innovation? Maybe social impact, the technological impact, the business impact, etc. How did the industry public react? If people understood this innovation, did this innovation give value to people, potential customers, etc. So it is something that you need to research online maybe, and you can find there companies that do all this kind of stuff that we'll discuss today. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Thank you very much. If you have any questions at all, you can reach me via my email, of course. And thank you very much. Have a nice day.